Imagine waking up every day in 2026 with an unwavering sense of purpose and effortless action toward what matters most. This isn't about positive thinking. It's about a foundational shift in the beliefs and the identity that shape your entire life. And today, we are going to be talking about what has to be released before you can truly step in to what's next. So welcome. Happy New Year, beautiful souls. Welcome to Infinite You. I'm Dr. Sheri, spiritual psychologist, multidimensional mindset mentor, and soul-led success coach, and of course, an intuitive empowerment guide. And I am here to help you align with who you truly are, release outdated internal programs, and embody the identity that empowers you to create and attract more of what you genuinely want. So welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for returning. And if you are new to my channel, I would love for you to hit subscribe, hit like if this message resonates with you. So before we go any deeper, if you are someone who is interested in alignment, identity, mindset, multidimensionality, energy, and conscious creation, I definitely invite you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And that is the work that we do here every week on this channel. So let's dive right into this. I want to talk about goals for a moment because I actually don't think that setting goals is necessarily the problem, because goals for sure, especially this time of year, can be inspiring. They can motivate us. They give shape to a desire for sure. But when you do not lock in who you are and what you believe is possible, a goal can slowly turn into a lofty idea that feels further and further away, right? January is an amazing time to set goals, but we really want to take it to a deeper level of identity and, empowered beliefs that really, really align and resonate with us. The thing about goals is that setting them and feeling them going farther and farther away as we move through the year, I want to remind you, it is not because you are not capable of achieving them, but you need to remember that if you're not embodied with your identity required to meet it, it's really difficult on every level energetically, in terms of law of creation, law of assumption, which is huge. I need to make a whole video about that. You really want to be the person who is living the goals and the life that you really want to create and see manifest. Remember that what actually creates movement is not the goal itself. It is the identity that meets the goal. And embodiment definitely comes first. When you choose to live the life that embodies who you want to be, what you want to receive, your choices shift, the way that you do things shift, your energy reorganizes itself, and then any action that you take will really stop feeling like force and will really start to feel very much in flow with who you are. So, of course, systems matter. Of course, strategy matters. But systems only work when they are built upon and on top of the right identity. So I want to talk about systems at another time. And today I really just want to focus on alignment and release. And there's a reason for that. 2025, numerologically speaking, which I'm sure I've mentioned this in another video, if you add up the numbers, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 is a 9 year. And 9 is the number of completion. It's about closure. It is about releasing what no longer is going to work for you in 2026 in this new energy. Remember, and everybody is talking about this for sure on YouTube and social media and everywhere else, we are all ending a 9-year cycle. And I don't know about you, but this past cycle has been really, really intense for me. Health challenges, loss, lots of personal change for me. For sure, we all lived through a global pandemic that reshaped how we work, how we connect, and definitely how we relate to one another. And it affected us, I think, differently, even generationally, right? So, just being closed in, being locked down, being disconnected had a huge, profound effect. And this cycle, as a result, really, I think, opened our collective eyes. It definitely stripped things away, and it definitely revealed for all of us, each of us, really, really know what no longer fits and what we want to see more of in this new cycle. So for sure, if you're listening to this and you feel like something inside of you is ready to shift, but you're not quite sure what needs to be released or what you're becoming next, that is definitely the kind of clarity that I support people with, and my clients and my students and my membership members through the private work that I do. And I will share more about that with my breakthrough session that I have available right now, but I'll give you that link and more info about it at the end of this video. But for sure, if this is resonating already, I would love a like and I would love a subscribe. Anyhow, let's get back into this 9 energy and releasing before you create your vision in 1 energy for 2026, right? It adds up to a 10, and 1 plus 0 is 1. Sorry about that. I'm a little slow on the uptake today. Anyhow, before you hop into the 1 energy of this new beginning, this new cycle in 2026, get very clear, if you have not done so already at the tail end in December of 2025, get very, very clear on what you'd like to release, what you no longer identify with, what limiting beliefs can you identify and understand at a deep, profound level that they are no longer you. So, before you dive into what's next, just ask yourself, what are you ready to release? And I'm recording another video today all about that I will post on Tuesday. So today is Sunday, January 4th. I'll post this next video on Tuesday on the 6th to talk more about how you identify limiting belief and then how you can go about releasing it and what you can actually do without, going into years and years of psychotherapy, right? You don't need that. This energy definitely is supporting us to quickly identify and release what no longer resonates. But I just want to get back into this 9 transitioning into 1 energy, because you do not step into a new cycle when you are still carrying old identities, old beliefs, and outdated versions of yourself. And remember that release is not about loss. It is definitely about alignment with the essence of who you are at the soul level, at your super conscious level, so you can take that information on a vibrational level, a frequency level, and bring it into your subconscious mind and really start, releasing, rewiring, and reprogramming your subconscious mind so you can really begin to attract and create whatever you want using your conscious mind, using aligned action. And this is really where the deepest transformation happens. And so as we approach 2026, the beginning of this new 9-year cycle, I invite you to reflect on this. Where are you now after everything that you have lived through in these last 9 years? What do you want? Not from pressure, not from expectation, but definitely from your truth. And what belief about yourself or your life is ready to be released? You get to decide. I just made a whole video about this and posted it last week about how you don't need permission. And I know that the way that I talk about things and you and yourself and alignment and all that can sound really pretty selfish, but I want to be very clear. When you know who you are and you know what you want, then you know who you can be for others, for the collective consciousness, right? This is not an endeavor into becoming more and more selfish. It's an endeavor into becoming more and more aligned so you can get clear on your purpose, clear on clear on who you want to be in the world, how you can contribute, right? So, I mean, it's all a much bigger who you want to, create a life with, all of those things. So it's wealth and health and relationships and on freedom and all the amazing things that, and fulfillment and meaning and all of the things that just, I think, up level our consciousness individually and collectively. So I just want to kind of say that in the middle of all of this. And the other questions I have for you in terms of releasement are, what belief about yourself or your life is ready to be retired? Let it go. What have you outgrown? What are you no longer willing to carry forward? And this is where creation actually begins, right? It is part energetic. It is vibrational. It is a frequency. It is part reprogramming who you are so you can attract more of what you want and assume that it is your divine right to experience it, right? We are all children of God. And remember, for sure, it is definitely part aligned action. And the thing about it, and I want to say this, and I talk about Zen flow, and I do not feel like being tangential in the moment, but remember, right, we are energy beings and we are physical beings. So it's really about being in the divine feminine and doing in the divine masculine, right? It is about deciding who you are and then creating and listening to your soul whispers and purpose from there, and then taking action, right? It's a beautiful feeling of creating flow in your life. But before we ask definitely what strategy will get you there, you definitely want to ask something way more foundational. Who are you being? And from that place, what are you doing? I can't be any more clear than that, even though I'm just sort of like in the zone right now. When being and doing align, momentum follows. When being and doing align, clarity follows. When being and doing align, focus follows. When being and doing align, action follows, right? It's such a beautiful, amazing integration of the gift of soul and being in a physical body in order to create on this amazing planet. And I definitely have said that many, many times before. So if you would like ongoing support in this kind of work, I definitely have a few ways for us to stay connected in this new year of 2026. So if you want weekly insights, reflections, teachings like this, you can join my free newsletter. I will put the link in the description box below. If you're ready for a deeper ongoing transformation and community, I invite you to explore Infinite You, my membership in the school platform where we work on identity, alignment, and conscious creation in a much more immersive, supportive, really cool community kind of way. I'll put the link for that too as well below, and you can actually get a 7-day free trial. So it's like a really cool place to be in the school platform, and like with a mini course and live calls and prompts and posts every week, so you can learn more about who you are, what you are being, who you are being, and then what you want to create and attract. And if you want a more personalized session with clarity and support right now, I offer my private breakthrough sessions. And when you book, you definitely will receive free gifts from me. The alignment session, the breakthrough session, is really cool because we go through the process in like a 75 to 90 minute call, and we talk about alignment and what you want to release and what you want to create and all those really cool things, who you are, etc., etc. And then I give you a little bit of time to integrate that into your life. And then we meet again so we can come up with a much more strategic and systemized plan to bring it all together so 2026 can look really freaking amazing for you. And I will put the link down below for that. And I definitely have a really cool template to share for you too, with alignment and action and, and leading you right into clarity. So it's all good. It makes perfect sense. So instead of forcing anything in 2026, remember to start here, release what is complete for you, whatever it may be, with relationship, with old programming, with where you were. Like, let it all go. Anchor who you are becoming. Anchor who you want to be right now. And like I said, I'll talk way more about this in my Tuesday video that has yet to be recorded and named yet. Allow your vision to rise from alignment, not urgency. This is how new cycles are entered with power. And I will see you all in the next video. Namaste.